So let's dive in now to the number 4 and number 5 matchup for the NFC in a game where I think this is arguably the hardest game to call of the entire wildcard weekend. Like, honestly, I honestly have gone back and forth in this game maybe 7 or 8 times. It's absolutely ridiculous. But just at first glance, let's look at this Washington and this Tampa Bay matchup. So let's look at this matchup from just the first glance. Let's look at it through this angle. Tampa Bay has been very inconsistent all season long. There's no denying that. They have looked absolutely amazing at times. Playing Green Bay, they absolutely destroy them. But then you have times against the New York Giants, or when they played the Vikings a little bit recently, and they just don't look very good. They just look inconsistent, and they can't get the ground game going. There's been talk about Bruce Arians using Tom Brady wrong. But we're not going to get into that. We're just going to look at all the evidence we have right now. So that's what we have there. And then on the flip side with Washington, this is a team that has looked also really bad at times, but during those times, Alex Smith has not been a quarterback. When Alex Smith has been the quarterback of this team, the team wins games. I've said this so many times during these episodes. Alex Smith, like it or not, he's not flashy at all. I completely understand. The guy just wins games. He finds way to battle through it, and he just wins you games. So that's basically the motto of Washington right now. And this is the thing that I think is so interesting with this game. In terms of I almost just said Tampa Bay. In terms of Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has all the talent in the world, but have not been able to put it all together basically throughout the entire season, except for like a few games. But for the most part, not been able to put the team together. But I believe if they are able to get through Washington pretty comfortably, I think they honestly go all the way to the Super Bowl. I think Tom Brady, with all his playoff experience, I think he has enough left in him to bring his team all the way to the Super Bowl. But I think arguably his biggest challenge throughout this entire playoff race is happening this Saturday or Sunday. I'm not exactly sure when this game happens, but I think with this pass rush of Washington, it has the capability to completely shut down the entire Tampa Bay offense. Because what do you gotta do to disrupt Tom Brady during games? You gotta get to him. You gotta hit him. And Washington has arguably the best pass rush in this entire playoffs. So I think this game is extremely interesting. It's really hard because in past games, Tampa Bay has not been able to protect Brady as well as they have liked against better pass rushers, and I don't think they've seen a pass rush like this Washington pass rush. It's just absolutely insane. And then on the flip side, Washington, there's been lots of reports about Ron Rivera, rotating quarterbacks. I think honestly that's just a lot of nonsense. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's just Ron Rivera trying to confuse the Tampa Bay defense game plan. I think Alex Smith is definitely going to be in this game. If the dude can handle almost losing his leg and his life, I think he can go out there and perform against Tampa Bay this weekend. So I think Alex Smith is going to be out there, and I also am pretty darn sure that they're going to have Terry McLaurin and Antonio Gibson alongside him. So this Washington offense, it's not going to be great, but it's certainly going to be okay. I think they're going to be able to put up points, and I think they're going to be able to force turnovers, which gives Washington the ball with better field position, and I think they're going to be able to do something with it. So I think Washington has a real shot at winning this game. I think the ultimate decider, I think this is going to be a rare game that might be decided in the first half. I think if Washington gets out to a lead, that is best case scenario, because then what is Tampa Bay going to need to do? Throw the ball more, which is going to utilize the Washington pass rush, which maybe Tampa Bay can hold off for a little while, but once it comes towards the end of the game, not going to happen. No one can block this Washington pass rush for 4 quarters. It's just not going to happen. So, am I going to call the upset? I'm going to call the upset. Washington gets this game. They're going to shock the world. An NFC East team in arguably the worst division in NFL history. The winner of the NFC East is going to win a playoff game. It's such a 2020 moment, even though we're in 2021 now. Particularly, this is a 2020 season. I have Washington upsetting Tampa Bay 27-24. Nothing against Tom Brady, but I think this is the worst matchup that he could have possibly faced, heading into the playoffs. So I think Alex Smith makes an even stronger case, even though technically the race is over because he's obviously comeback player of the year. I think Alex Smith caps off an insane 2020 comeback and wins Washington the playoff game.